Dunbar's 4-0, Cabot's 2-1. Yeah, Dunbar's 4-0, Cabot's 2-1, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal. But in order to win, you must learn to work together.
Well, good evening and welcome to Lexington Catholic tonight for high school basketball. Big 43rd District matchup tonight. Lexington Catholic at home against Paul Arntz Dunbar. Gary Ball with William Warfield here tonight on the broadcast. Looking forward to this one. Brandon Salzman brings the Knights in with a 2-1 record, and Coach Scott Chalk brings the Bulldogs in of Dunbar a 4-0 record. Dunbar led, of course, by their all-everything player, Tavion Hollingsworth, 6'3 junior. The junior's averaging 32 points a game on the season, shooting 64% from the field and 47% from beyond three-point line. Lexington Catholic counters with Luke Johnson, picking right up where his older brother Tanner Johnson left off. Luke averaging 29 points a game, the 6'4 junior, shooting 80% at the line, 53 from the field. And, of course, Zan Payne, the son of course, Kenny Payne, the coach at Kentucky, 6'5 sophomore, averaging nearly a double-double for Brandon Salzman. He's got some key components back tonight, too. Donovan Morris, the senior, is back tonight in the starting lineup off that football team, state runner-up team for 3A football. J.J. Ogbugu is back, the 6'4 senior, and Peter Whitman, the 6'6 junior, is back tonight for the Knights of Lexington Catholic. They come in 2-1, no losses, though, to any Kentucky teams, and they've got their potent offense back tonight with Donovan Morris, Ogbugu, but we will see a lot of Blake Scott. He'll play. T.C. Price will play, and Max Sparkman, the big 6'6 sophomore, who averages 11 points a game. You'll see those guys off the bench. Dunbar also has Darius Williams, a 6'4 senior, who's listed as one of the top players in the state of Kentucky, along with Hollingsworth. They got some size as well. When you look at Dontel Brown at 6'7", the junior, he averages 7 points but 8 rebounds. And we've got some really good, talented basketball players here tonight. It's a Buter Gymnasium on the campus of Lexington Catholic tonight, and it's a big night here for Lexington Catholic basketball because they're honoring, of course, a young man, I believe it's Bennett Lester, who was 3 years old and passed away. So they're honoring that young person tonight as well. We'll talk to Ann Bruggeman at halftime about that. Thanks for watching on PrepSpin tonight, as we said. Lexington Catholic and Brandon Salzman, one of the top-ranked teams in the preseason. Paul Dunbar under Scott Chalk, they were number 3 in the state in preseason behind Taylor County was ranked above them, and Dunbar 4-0, showing no signs of not being that hot top-ranked team in the state and the region as well, out of the 11th region. Dunbar and Lexington Catholic, they battle a lot on the court, as you know, in the 43rd District. They play in that district. The district tournament this year will be played at Lexington Lafayette High School coming up in late February. And I know Coach Salzman and Lexington Catholic, they're happy to get back Ogbugu and Donovan Morris tonight, and Peter Whitman. It looks like he's putting a little bit of size this year, as we said. We'll step out, come back with more pregame here. This is the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week. White Greer Maggard. Also, we want to thank All Sports in Fayette Mall, Collins Bowling Lanes, and UK Credit Union. We'll return here to the Buter Gymnasium for more pregame and then the tip-off of Dunbar and Lexington Catholic on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal. But in order to win, you must learn to work together.
Welcome back, Gary Ball. Josh Moore joins me now from the Lexington Herald-Leader. HO Preps there with the Herald-Leader, Josh Moore. And Josh, it's Dunbar and Lexington Catholic, two talented basketball teams. I know Brandon Salzman's glad to have Donovan Morris and Ogbugu back in that lineup tonight, but man, Dunbar counters with two of the best players in the state, and Tavion Hollingsworth and also Darius Williams.
Oh, no kidding. Tavion especially blowing up here as of late, but you're right about Salzman having those guys back to the football team, and I'm sure they'll be, coming off that loss over the weekend, they'll be itching to come out and kind of get their juices going again.
Nice crowd here tonight, Josh. The Lexington Catholics fans are into it. They all got the Santa Claus hats on over there in the dungeon. And then the Dunbar side here, the student section down there, pretty fired up. Pretty good crowd from Dunbar.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't get the memo, though. They're all wearing blue. Looks like they
Lexington Catholic 2-1, Dunbar 4-0. Kind of living up to that preseason hype when they were number 3 in the state in the preseason polls.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people question the fact that they were ranked, at third, in our poll, and a lot of people picking them to come out of the 11th. Tough region always, but they finished, I think it was 14 and 15 last year, and people were thinking, well, are they going to put this together or not? And here early, they've proved their doubters wrong, beating a defending champion out of Alabama, and doing some great stuff here early. So they deserve it.
Josh, football's over. We crowned 6 state champions, and they were all public schools. Of course, Pikeville, Mayfield, Belfry won the 3A, 4A went to South Warren, Bowling Green, and then Mayo. So great football state championships. They had perfect weather in Bowling Green.
Oh, it was fantastic weather. A little chilly, but you expect that this time of year. And yeah, the public thing, that was awesome. You see these, you had a lot of fresh faces. Even Mel, hadn't won it in a while, even though they're always up there contending for the 6A title. Them saying the extra, everyone knows that. But yeah, in Pikeville, going back for the first time in forever. So in Belfry, I mean, it was, bring that up again. Their most impressive performance ever in the championship game. So it was a good weekend for football fans in Kentucky.
In Pikeville, it had to be last one out, turn out the lights, because everybody in Pikeville was there. Of course, Belfry out of Pike County. You're from that area down there of eastern Kentucky, or that vicinity down there. Are you from Painesville, right?
Martin County, I know.
Martin County, okay. I'm close. I'm getting there. I got to brush up on my geography of Kentucky, but I know you're from that area down there. And boy, they got to be proud of what their football teams did down there this year.
Oh, totally. And that's the one thing I spoke with Tech. They were so impressed with the fact that the fans came out and supported their team the way they did at Belfry. And I think Yates Creek's head coach over at Antoine Sims, we need here in the city more in football around Lexington. You get some great fans who care, but the numbers aren't there as much week to week. And I don't know if it's because you have so many schools that it's splintered off, but it'd be nice to see that kind of stuff out here, because it's a tremendous atmosphere, especially out there at Belfry. I've not gotten the chance to see a game at Popple yet, but I know Belfry brings it.
Well, Josh, I know you're busy writing for the Herald Leader, but before you get away, how do you see this game tonight, the Lexington Catholic and Dunbar?
Well, having not seen either team play and just kind of thinking it was going to be about Lex Cath by 4 or so, but I think it's going to be competitive. We'll see what the additions for Lex Cath do, because that's obviously going to be their team going forward. The numbers and the scores. I kind of feel like it's going to be Dunbar by about 8 to 10 points. William was joking with me. The exact seen so far from them isn't what they are. So it'll be great to see what that changes bring.
And how about Luke Johnson picking up right where Tanner Johnson, his older brother, left off last year, scoring 29 points a game, and really didn't play a whole lot last year with that senior dominating team, because I covered Catholic last year. It was a Michael Talbot, Jared Griffith, and Tanner Johnson show. So the younger Johnson, really, Luke didn't play a whole lot, but, man, he's sure pouring it in this year with 29 points a game.
Yeah, Coach Salzman, I guess, had a secret weapon on the bench that he didn't employ all year last year, because yeah, it's right. It's like if these teams roll in and see these Johnson on the roster and I thought that guy graduated.
That's right. We're just about moments away from the starting lineups here tonight by Greg Martin, the public address announcer. We'll take a look at the lineups that were given to us. There could be some changes. Jordan Lewis is a 6-foot senior averaging 14 points a game. He's shooting 58% from the field, 43 behind the three-point line. Tavion Hollingsworth, well, what can you say about this 6'3 junior? He is averaging 32 points a game, 6 rebounds. Justin Kelly will start as well, 6'3 senior, 4.6 rebounds. Darius Williams, 6'4 senior, averaging 12 points, 6.5 rebounds. And big 6'7 Dontel Brown, a junior, averaging 7 points and the leading rebounder for the Bulldogs of Dunbar. And we're just about set now for the national anthem, but we want to give you the Lexington Catholic lineup, then we'll go to the national anthem. Luke Johnson will start, 6'4 junior, averaging 29 a game. Zan Payne, the son of Kenny Payne, the coach of Kentucky, 6'5 sophomore, averaging 14.3 and 7. Then you got Donovan Morris, J.J. Agbuga. And now let's go to the scoreboard here. there's the national anthem here at the Lexington Catholic Buter Gymnasium. We gave you the starting lineups. Again, as they're announced here by the public address announcer for Dunbar, they are Jordan Lewis, Tavion Hollingsworth, Justin Kelly, Darius Williams, and Dontel Brown. Dunbar will be in the black tonight with the red trim and the red shorts. Lexington Catholic in the home white with the blue. They will start tonight. Luke Johnson, the 6'4 junior, Zan Payne, a 6'5 sophomore, Donovan Morris, a 6-foot senior, J.J. Agbugu, a 6'4 senior, and Peter Whitman, a 6'6.5 junior. Those are your starting lineups tonight for the basketball teams. We expect a really good matchup here tonight between these two teams. As we said, Lexington Catholic comes in with a record of 2-1, and Dunbar under Scott Chalk, they come in with a record of 4-0. We're just about set for the lineups now for Lexington Catholic as they fire it up. Video board for Lexington Catholic. I think they're digging the music, William Warfield. William put that video together for Lexington Catholic. Of course, defending 11th region champions, Lexington Catholic Knights under Brandon Salzman, and Dunbar coached by Scott Chalk. And he's got a really good basketball team this year at Dunbar. So we're looking forward to a great 43rd District matchup here tonight. Gary Ball with William Warfield. He'll join me. He's doing all the pregame videos right now, so he'll join me on color once the game gets underway here tonight at Buter Gymnasium. So Dunbar in the black with the red shoulders and red pants. Lexington Catholic in the white with the blue. Donovan Morris being announced as a starter here. Of course, Donovan, one of the top receivers on the football team. And also J.J. Agbugu, there's your big football players being announced as starters here tonight in this basketball game. Luke Johnson, what a story he is. Didn't play a whole lot last year, averaging 29 points a game, the younger brother of Tanner Johnson, who was outstanding last year. Zan Payne, the 6'5 sophomore, son of Kenny Payne, the University of Kentucky top assistant basketball coach. And also Peter Whitman, of course, a lot of folks remember his brother Jack Whitman, a big center who now plays college basketball at William and Mary. So those are your starting lineups, and we're just about set for basketball here tonight. Look for a good one here in the 43rd District. Gary Ball, courtside here. Thanks for watching on PrepSpin in high definition. A little late start tonight. The JV game ran a little over, so it will not be a 7:30 tip here tonight. It's going to be more like a 7:55 tip. And Peter Whitman steps in, and he will jump it up for Lexington Catholic. And it looks like for the Jordan Lewis, it looks like must be a really good leaper at 6 foot for Dunbar. Tap is up, and it's picked up by Johnson. Falls to the floor, picked up by Williams. Williams streaking down on Payne. Williams loses control of the ball, picked up by Whitman. Whitman leads it out to Johnson. He wants to lead it out to Agbugu, but Johnson to the basket, scoops and scores. Great start for Catholic on the turnover by Dunbar's Williams, and they lob it into the left side now to Brown. Brown kicks it way out over the head of Lewis, turns it over. 2 turnovers already by Dunbar here in their first 2 possessions, and Lexington Catholic leads 2-0 here in front of a great crowd here at Buter Gymnasium. This is one of the better crowds I've seen here. Morris kicks it over to Johnson. He has the only basket of the ball game. Down low it goes to Agbugu. Agbugu in back court. Let's see if it's going to be over and back. Yes, it is. They're going to say over and back, and that will give the ball back to Dunbar. Dunbar in the black tonight, Catholic in the white here at the Buter Gymnasium, campus of Lexington Catholic off Clays Mill Road. As I said, Gary Ball with William Warfield. It's 2-0. Johnson has the only basket of this game. That was on a turnover. Here's Williams, turnaround 15-footer, bullseye. Darius Williams ties it up after 2 turnovers by the Dogs. They now get a bucket by Darius Williams. Johnson, front court. He hands it back out top to his teammate Morris. Donovan to the basket, cut off. Good defense by the Dunbar Bulldogs. Tavion Hollingsworth, what a player he is. 32 points a game. Johnson slicing, dicing, puts up a little runner, rolls off there, tapped up, battle for it, coming down with it, Dunbar, they lead it out now to Kelly, and the ball's going to be thrown away. That's the 3rd turnover now. William Warfield joins me on the broadcast, and early on, William, 3 turnovers here by Dunbar. We are tied at 2.
Man, I tell you, the atmosphere in here, Gary Ball, is electrifying tonight. This is a big district matchup.
This is big-time basketball right here. Johnson leads it out to Morris. Donovan loses control of it. Morris, trouble now, tries a pass underneath, picked up by Agbugu. Agbugu, they list him at 6'4" over there. That's probably generous. Donovan Morris, what a great receiver he is. As Will William and I saw a bunch of great receptions by this young man on the football field on night vision. There is Luke Johnson, the junior. Luke backs it back out of there, shooting 80% from the line. Johnson now, as Catholic's being very patient here. We're tied at 2. Out top, here's Morris. Back of the rim, no, and tracked down by Kelly for Dunbar. Justin Kelly with the rebound. Gives in the middle now to Lewis. Lewis slicing into the basket. Tries to throw it to Tavion Hollingsworth. He is going to be battled there by Payne's going to throw it off of him, William, out of bounds.
Yeah, that was probably the right thing to do. Not really anywhere to go to. Everybody's playing really good, tight man-to-man right now in this ball game, Gary.
6:07 in the first period. Gary Ball, William Moorfield here on PrepSpin. Trying to go down low to Williams, and Johnson comes up with a steal. He leads it out to Agbugu. Agbugu, strong move, lays it up and in. Agbugu, William, has obviously been playing some basketball, even though he just got through with football in the state championship.
Well, yeah, he was a football star there this fall for the Knights, and, man, they had an outstanding season too, by the way, but he looks like he's not missed a beat here in basketball.
Tavion Hollingsworth goes over now to Jordan Lewis. Excuse me, I think I might have called him Donnie Lewis. That was a relative. But this Jordan Lewis kid's been playing a long time at Dunbar too. Seems like he's been playing since about 8th grade.
Hey, as long as you don't call him Huey Lewis,
that's right,
I think they're
that's
okay.
Right. And the news, right? We're tied at 2. 5.5 to go in the first period. Putting in play will be Justin Kelly. Lewis swings over to Hollingsworth. Down low to Kelly. Tipped away. It's stolen by Morris. Donovan's got 2 on 3. Bounces over the right side. Johnson, left hand reverse, up and in. What a move by Johnson.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
That was up and under with the left hand. It's 6-2 Knights with the early lead. Right side to Williams. Out top to Lewis Hill. Stop and pop from 3. In and out. But nice rebound by Brown, the big fella. Hooked it up. No, Whitman battling, and Whitman pulls it off of there for the Knights.
That's where the Knights have got to lead in this ball game, is those rebounds. That's going to be key before the game ends tonight.
Johnson trying to take it strong to the basket. Is going to be fouled as he puts a shot up. They're going to say he was shooting, I believe, William. He'll get 2, and that's not a good thing for Dunbar because this young man shoots 80% at the charity stripe.
Coach Salzman's done his homework here on Coach Chalk's team. And
no, they called a turnover.
They called it the other way, yes, sir.
Called it the other way. Williams slips and falls on the court. It might have been shaken up a little bit. Ball out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Dunbar. Looked like Whitman might have got a piece of that, but they're going to give it to Catholic. 4:46 in the first period, 6-2. And the story has been Luke Johnson, the junior, averaging 29. He has 4 already. Williams has the only basket for the Bulldogs of Scott Chalk. Cross the line with it very slowly is Morris. With Hollingsworth on him. Morris pounding it down. Brandon Salzman up. Scott Chalk up in front of his bench for Dunbar. Morris to the basket, off balance, loses control of it, and he's going to be tied up.
Yeah, Morris went right to the rim there. Tried to get to the rim, but too many hands in there for Dunbar.
Yeah, that was a good job by Justin Kelly, the senior. Lewis lost it off his knee, trying to dribble it in the front court. Good defense by Agbugu. And that'll be a turnover by Jordan Lewis, the 6-foot senior, who jumped center tonight for Dunbar. Like I said in the opening when he jumped, I said at 6 foot he must be a leaper.
Yeah.
In the middle it goes now, and that's Max Sparkman, the sophomore, who just checked in for the Knights. Sparkman in there.
Scouting report says the young man can jump out of the gym.
Morris has it. Agbugu wanted to give it to him. Left side, loses control of it. Ball on the floor, picked up by Sparkman. Kicks it over to Agbugu. Lines up the deep 3, and it's off the rim. No, nice backside rebound there. Clear out it comes now to Williams. Williams to the basket, scoops and lays it in. Darius Williams with both baskets for Dunbar, and they've cut the lead to 6-4, William.
That was a good fast break there for Dunbar off the turnover. Nice basket in transition.
Across the line is Donovan Morris, the senior. Morris now. His ball club lead is 6-4. Catholic. Morris penetrates. Hands it now to Johnson. Johnson to the back. Good pass, and laid. Sparkman missed the layup. Here comes Dunbar. That's Williams streaking. Williams hands it over to Hollingsworth. 3-pointer. Off the iron, no. Tapped up, no. Battle for it, up and in. Nicely done by Lewis.
Catholic's not doing a good job right now blocking out. They're having to get those second rebounds that Dunbar's having trouble putting back in.
That's our first tie, Williams, 6-6.
Yep.
Catholic jumped out 6-2. Back-to-back baskets by Williams and Lewis, and it's now 6-6 ball game here in the first period. Backdoor Johnson went off his shoulder. Coming out of there with it, Kelly for Dunbar. Kelly down the right side, and he's going to slow it down a little bit. Hand it out to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth to the basket. Little flavor, knocks it down. Hollingsworth.
Several big D1 schools looking at that young man right there, and you can see why.
8-6. Here's Morris left side. That's off the iron, though. There's Akbugu, though, grabbing an offensive rebound. Turns from 15. Off the iron. Iron wasn't kind. And it's rebounded there by Dunbar. That big fella Brown, ball out of bounds. Last touch by Dunbar. That is 5 turnovers already by Dunbar.
Dunbar trying to do a little bit too much right now and early on in this ball game. You can't do it against Lexington Catholic. Even though Lexington Catholic's got a brand new team out there this year, minus Morris and Abugu. You know, everybody else is fairly new.
You're right. Last year it was Michael Talbot. It was Jared Griffin. It was Tanner Johnson.
Whole new starting 5 this season.
And who was the big fella last year in the middle? Was it Buckingham? No, the big fella.
Oh, you know.
I can't remember the big fella's name.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll get
him.
2:28 here, 8-6. There's Luke Johnson. Might have got away. They give it in the corner to Scott as Blake Scott has just checked in. He's got the ball. He's got tape on both wrists. There's Akbugu down the lane, throws it up and rolls off. Tipped up Whitman, no. Scott got a hand on it. They kick it back out top. And there's Johnson into the basket, gives over to Whitman. Whitman fakes with it, goes in on Brown. Whitman with the left hand off glass, no. Brown taps and gets it to himself. Good job there by Dontel Brown. Good defense. Held his ground, didn't he?
He did.
Kelly to the basket, strong, and there's going to be a grab on Catholic. Also in for the Knights, checking in there was T.C. Price, the sophomore. Price had been starting, as did Scott, before Akbugu and Morris came back for Brandon Salzman.
Yeah, and Price can handle the ball very well. He's had some excellent assists so far early on in the season, the games that I've been able to attend.
Night vision here tonight. Hollingsworth, who had the bucket in the paint to give them their 8-6 lead. Dunbar has their first lead and the leather. Left side, they swing it over there to Jordan Brown. The senior Brown just checked in. A lot of these kids getting in on me there, William, if I can find out they're in there. Here's Kelly, trouble over to Brown. Brown back now to Kelly. Out top to Lewis. Jordan now directing traffic with 1:33 in the first. Dunbar leading 8-6. Brown over goes to Hollingsworth. Fakes in on Akbugu. Hollingsworth to the basket. Fade away, short, and pulled out of there by Scott. He gives to Johnson. Luke in the front court. Luke over to Scott. He'll launch a long three. Off the iron, no. There's Akbugu with another offensive glass. Turns, missed it. Rebounded by Whitman. He's knocked away there. I think Kelly knocked him out with Brown. Or was that also battling there for the Knights was Price.
Akbugu, all he sees up there is that ball, and he's used to catching those, you know, on those long passes from the Knights quarterbacks. And just doing a good job right now trying to get to the ball. Just needs to complete those conversions.
And Zan Payne is back in for the Knights. And I believe they called a travel there, a turnover. So 1:09 to go, and Catholic jumped out 6-2 on a couple of quick baskets by Luke Johnson. And then Dunbar battled back. Williams has a couple of baskets. Lewis has a bucket, and Hollingsworth has a basket. They lead 8-6. Long pass. Whitman tried to pick it off, but coming out of there with it is Dunbar. Lob back over in the corner goes to Brown. Back to Hollingsworth to the basket. A lot of contact. Scoop and missed it. About Peter Whitman.
Those must be some tight rims tonight.
Must be. There's Johnson trying to tie it up. A little hook shot, bullseye. Johnson has 6 already, William. We're tied at 8 for the second time we're tied. Hollingsworth. Tavion, little floater there over Payne. No. Hollingsworth gets it back, takes it to the basket, lays it up and in. This kid can play now. He's a player. Tavion Hollingsworth.
Again, Catholic not doing a good job right now blocking out.
Payne to the basket. Runs over time, banks it off glass, high off window, and it goes in for Payne.
That's my boy T-Payne right there.
Causing some pain. We're tied at 10. That's our third tie. 16 seconds here in the first. Down low, Hollingsworth to the. It's blocked by Johnson. What a great block by Luke Johnson.
That was.
Here's Payne open from 15. Bullseye. Payne showing a sweet jumper. 12-10 Catholic. And what a first quarter.
Catholic's the real deal. I'm telling you, now that they got those 3 football players back in the lineup, they're the real deal, Gary.
They've been waiting on that. They've been waiting on Donovan Morris and Akbugu.
And Whitman, too.
That's right, the big fella.
Yeah.
And Akbugu's been in there against some offensive glass. 12-10, Catholic leads it. We'll return to the Buter Center on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week on Night Vision.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Great high school basketball atmosphere tonight. Gary Ball with William Warfield and all our friends here tonight from Dunbar. Good crowd in here, William.
Big
good,
crowd.
Good first quarter. Luke Johnson led the way with 6 for Catholic. Darius Williams, Tavion Hollingsworth led the way for Dunbar with 4 apiece. We're 12-10 as we head to the second quarter.
I tell you what, this is a cathedral of basketball right here.
Yes.
A cathedral of basketball.
Max Sparkman is in there along with T.C. Price, Donovan Morris, Payne, and Luke Johnson. Dunbar countering with Tavion Hollingsworth, Brown. They got Kelly, and they also have the big fella in there, Dontel Brown, and we'll check the 5th player. Kind of hard to see the number on that young man that just checked in for Dunbar, but they're playing a 2-3 zone right now as we start the second quarter, and Catholic recognizes that, and they're going to be very patient passing that ball out front.
Well, you know, I thought Catholic went down to a box 1 their last trip down the floor, Dunbar's last trip.
Skip it over now to Donovan Morris. Donovan wanting to penetrate there on Hollingsworth. Gives to Johnson. Luke backs it back out. Luke. Johnson.
Good pick up
to the basket.
Payne.
Little floater. Back of the rim. No. Gets his own miss. Hesitates. Puts it up. Blocked by Brown. Coming out there with a Dunbar. Brown streaky with it. Gives it over to Tavion Hollingsworth. Goes in on Morris. Puts it up left side. No. Rebounded. But Dunbar battling for it. Picked up left side by Brown. Kick it over to Kelly. He lines up the 3. Back of the rim. No. And battle for it and rebounded by Max Sparkman. Ball on the floor. It goes off of the Knights, though, out of bounds to Dunbar.
Coach Salzman over here on the sideline says you got to hold on to that basketball.
Back up Williams, and going out will be Hollingsworth for Dunbar.
A lot of students here tonight from both schools.
Big crowd. 43rd District. This will have a lot of implications for the 43rd District tournament that we'll have right here on PrepSpin. And then the 11th Region tournament. Here's a shot off the short of the iron. No. Battle for. This is really a prelude to what we could see in the 11th Region final.
Oh, very possible.
If these 2 teams get out of the 43rd.
Yeah, and you can't really count out Lafayette or Lexington Christian.
Right.
It's still a toss-up this year, believe it or not. Dunbar by far the favorite, I think, through everybody's eyes. But
number 3 in the state coming in. Number 3 in the state's in a battle tonight here at Lexington Catholic. Luke Johnson gives it over to Morris. 6.5 to go, 12-10. The lead is now for Lexington Catholic. Payne looking, skips it over to Morris left side. And Dunbar packing in that 2-3 zone, daring Catholic to shoot those 3s. Payne sets a pick for Johnson. Slices right side. Luke skips it over to Morris. Sparkman in the corner. Now they look at him, but now Payne cuts. Who's going to set a pick?
Catholic.
Skip it over now. Here's Johnson's long 3, bullseye. Luke Johnson with 9 points already.
Catholic really spreading out their offense too right now and taking their time.
Here's a shot put up on the by Brown. Won't go there for Jordan Brown. And here comes Morris. Leads it right side. Laid up and in nicely by Johnson. 11 for Johnson. Great assist by Donovan Morris.
Yeah, Morris with a court vision right there.
Yeah.
Saw Johnson trailing him and just a perfect pass. Good lob.
5:38 in the first half, 17-10. That big lead for Catholic, the biggest lead anybody's had. Here's Williams stopping and popping back of the rim. No, there's Big Brown there, powering it up and in off glass. Dontel Brown.
Dontel Brown has got some shoulders out there.
Yes,
Kind of stands in there like a football player, if you will, Gary. Using those to his advantage.
There's a steal by Williams and a bust out and a layup and in. Big steal by Darius Williams. He's got 6 now.
That was telegraphed.
And Tavion Hollingsworth already up off the Scott Chalk bench after Catholic got that 17-10 lead. But back here's another steal as Dunbar's cut into that lead. There's Brown. Jordan down low trying to go to Kelly and throws it away. And that is 7 turnovers now by Dunbar.
Well, this one's living up to the hype right now, Gary. I got to tell you.
4 minutes, 58 seconds to go. First half, 17-14. Catholic has the 3-point lead here. And we want to thank our sponsors, White, Greer, Maggard, All Sports in the Mall, Collins Bowling Lanes, UK Credit Union, all those folks are sponsoring Night Vision.
Yeah, especially White, Greer, and Maggard. Gary, they're a title sponsor on PrepSpin. I know they help out Lexington Catholic quite a bit. And just thank Dr. White and all those guys over there and girls that White, Greer, and Maggard for all they do.
Let's look at our scoring, William Moorfield. 11 already for Luke Johnson, who averages 29.
He's special.
And you got 6 for Darius Williams. He's going to get his average. And Tavion Hollingsworth, a little slow start right now, averaging 32, has 4 points so far. But he'll get going. He's back in the ball game now to join Kelly Brown, Darius Williams, and the big fella, Dontel Brown.
And you got to remember, Whitman not 100% yet, coming back from injury. So as soon as he gets 100% healthy, Catholic's going to be even that much better.
That's exactly right. Johnson gets a pick from big Peter Whitman. Of course, older brother Jack. Here's Johnson's spin shot, rolls it in. This kid's got the entire repertoire. He can shoot it from 3. He can spin. He can leap. Kid's got some kick and ball, can't he?
He creates his own baskets. I mean, that's what you want to see out there if you're doing a one-on-one situation.
He has 13 of the 19 points for Catholic. They lead 19-14.
He's very good, especially if Dunbar plays on one-on-one.
Left side with it, Clark. Vince Clark knocks down a big 3. Vince Clark, he's like Vinnie Clark. Remember Vinnie Clark who played for the Pistons? They called him the microwave because he gave him instant offense. Same thing for this Vince Clark. He comes in, knocks down a big 3.
Off the bench, the 6th man contributing for the Bulldogs.
19-17. Luke Johnson hands it to Agbugu. Agbugu in the lane, cut off a 3 people, a little bit out of control. And when he saw the third defender coming away, he probably would have been better to pass the ball off.
Well, yeah, and he pinned the basketball on his hip there briefly for a second, so he really had nowhere to go once he turned his shoulders.
4 minutes to go, first half. Dunbar, Lexington Catholic. Gary Ball, William Moorfield here on Night Vision and PrepSpin. Ball kicked out of bounds by Blake Scott. I like this Scott kid. I like the way he handles himself out there.
He's got
and
good
as I say that, he checks out.
Yeah, he's definitely got some good handles out there, and he's got a good first step as well, Gary.
Agbugu, Morris, Luke Johnson, Zan Payne, and Peter Whitman. We'll check the Dunbar lineup with the basketball. Tavion Hollingsworth goes to Justin Kelly. Over now to, here's a turnaround by Williams. 10-footer bullseye. Boy, Darius Williams, 8 points for the 6'4 senior.
Somebody better call his mama and tell her that he's having a good game so far.
That's right. Watch it on PrepSpin's Night Vision. We're tied at 19 after Catholic led 17-10. But quickly answering that call is Donovan Morris. He said, we're not tied anymore.
Well, they're giving them all kinds of daylight out there around the arc, Donovan Morris, right now. I don't think that Dunbar feels that he's into the basketball season yet, coming straight off of football.
And you know better, you know it's better than anybody as close as you are. That kid's been playing a lot of basketball in the football season. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's probably been on the basketball floor practicing with the team as many times as he can.
No doubt about it.
Kid's got game, and so does Agbugu. Right side with the basketball is Vince Clark, who gave him that big 3. Clark into the basket, trying to bounce over to Brown, kicked away there by Agbugu. We'll go back to Dunbar. 22-19. Catholic has a lead. Their biggest lead, William, was 17-10. Now they lead by 3. Here is Hollingsworth. Bullseye.
Well, you know, this is going to have peaks and valleys, this ball game, but before the game, I told Josh over there from the Herald Leader, I said, I really think Catholic's got a shot tonight. He says that he feels Dunbar would probably pull it out, but, it's back and forth. Obviously, Dunbar's the favorite, but it's hard to win a game here at Lexington Catholic.
At the Buter Center, a jumper won't go there. Ball hits the rim, and finally, after the third bounce, the rim is kind.
And when you got answered prayers like that.
24-21. Catholic has led by as many as 7. Right now, they'll lead by 3 on that generous bounce there for Donovan Morris. 24-21, 2:32 here in the first half. Great crowd here tonight. I love to see the crowds back at high school basketball.
This is the time of year that, that I particularly love. It's my favorite time of year.
What a great move by Darius Williams, who now has 10 points already. Ball on the floor, Kelly battling.
Oh, you got to love that.
And it's going to go out of bounds, last touch. And it looked like Payne might have, Morris looked like he might have taken a shot to the head.
And you got to love the hustle from both Lexington Catholic and Dunbar there.
That's what Justin Kelly gives you, the kid from Dunbar.
Yeah.
Man, he will flat get on that floor and get after it. And Bergaman's going to join us at halftime, I believe, or Billy Lester is going to join us.
All
Great.
right.
Give us all the particulars if you don't mind. Give us all the particulars. Good ball game here tonight. 24-23, shot out front and knocked down by Williams.
Dunbar's starting to get warm. They're starting to warm up those nets.
Williams has 13 points in the ball game. And it's 26-24. Dunbar takes a 2-point lead. Luke Johnson in the front court for Catholic. Bounces it now to Agbugu. Over to Scott. Lines up the long three. Off the iron, no. Whitman there battling, but Dontel Brown wins that battle. Brown's got 6 rebounds already. Kick it in the corner. Vince Clark lines it up, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Payne. He wants to lead it out to Agbugu, who's got a bust out. Agbugu with the dunk. Agbugu with the slam, ties it at 26.
JJ all the way.
He went all the way, didn't he? There's going to be a travel called on Williams, and Darius goes, what? Who, me? How come it is in basketball? I played high school, but how come it is you think you never turn the ball over?
Well, you got to sell yourself. I think that's part of it.
That's true.
It's never your fault. Never your fault.
Especially when you get called for a turnover in a tight 26-26 ball game.
That's probably one of the most important parts of the game is, selling yourself out there.
Minute 15 to go, first half, and that's Donovan Morris with 5 points. He's working across the timeline there for the white-clad Knights of Lexington Catholic. Hands to Luke Johnson, spinning. Johnson, good ball handler, brings it back out. Cut off there by Hollingsworth. Gives to Agbugu. Agbugu kicks it to Donovan Morris. Morris baseline, little floater, and he knocks it down.
He put the right arch on that. Nobody could get up to it, and it just fell down for him.
That's 7. Here's Brown to the basket, and he's fouled by Whitman. Whitman did not like that call with 46 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's a hard foul to get with 46 seconds left to go here in the first half, especially with a close ball game like this. You don't want to give up too many easy baskets to Dunbar.
That's right, William. I show Luke Johnson leads everybody with 13 points.
Yeah.
And also I show Darius Williams, who just knocked down that 3. He's got 13 for Dunbar.
Yeah.
Shot won't go there for Big Brown. But I call him big. As you mentioned about his shoulders, he's about 6'7", about 230 pounds. He's a pretty big guy.
He is a big guy.
Missed the free throw, though.
And it looks like he can, really pound himself, in that lane right now. If he was to, post up, Gary, he'd probably move a couple Knights around down there.
Great hustle by Lewis. Man, I tell you what, I like the scrappiness of this ball club.
In my opinion, seeing this year's Knights team and last year's, I think this year's a little bit quicker than last year's team. I think it's all speed this season.
Well, I like what I see so far, William. And, when you got shooters like Luke Johnson, of course, Tanner could shoot the 3, his older brother. Mm-hmm. And you got, as you said, athletic speed guys like Morris and Agbugu. Come February tournament time, this is going to be a really good basketball team, and Dunbar's loaded with talent.
Yeah, this whole game right here has been a lot of speed and so far early on.
28-26, Catholic by 2, and they have the basketball. Gary Ball, William Warfield. Live goes to Johnson, knocked away by Lewis. Out of bounds, knocked away by Jordan Lewis. With 26 seconds, it will go back to Lexington Catholic.
It's almost like the coaches are out there just saying, hey, go do your thing. We know you guys can play. The first half is yours. We'll do a little bit more coaching in the second half.
And Brown's going to be called for a travel. 30-26.
Of course, you can't tell Salzman that over on the sideline. He's pouring it out there. He's sweating already. Big time.
16 seconds, and Catholic has a 4-point lead in the basketball. They'll probably take the last shot here going in the locker room. They're going to have the lead here regardless unless there's a turnover. Down the lane, and scoop, and a foul is going to be called. That's one thing I was about ready to say. We haven't had a lot of free throws shot in this ball game, William.
Well, that's only second team foul or third team foul for Dunbar, and there's only 8 fouls total in the first half.
Brown missed a couple earlier for Dunbar, but at the line now will be Donovan Morris. He has 7 points.
You sure you don't want that one? Sorry.
Free throw missed there by Morris. 6 seconds to go. Special guest coming up at halftime. 6 seconds, and the second one is good. 8 points for Morris. Not bad coming back from football, huh?
Not at all.
And here's a shot thrown up. Won't go there for Hollingsworth. He thought he was fouled. No call. We head to the locker room, and Lexington Catholic has a 31-26 lead over the state's number 3 ranked Bulldogs of Paul Dunbar, 31-26 here at halftime. We'll come back with a special halftime guest here on PrepSpin.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
There's something special in the air at the University of Louisville. Investment and constant progress are helping today's students and faculty unleash their potential, discover new answers, open more doors, give back to others, see new worlds, and become champions in everything they do. Now, more than ever, it's a great time to be a Louisville Cardinal.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
We're back at halftime. Lexington Catholic leading 31-26. Gary Ball, I'm joined now by Billy Lester. Billy is a Lexington Catholic alum, 2000. Your wife actually graduated from Dunbar, so that's got to be an interesting household.
It's a split household, yeah.
Well, on a serious note, Bennett had a rare brain tumor, 3.5 years old. So this night's all about Bennett. Tell us all how that all got started and everything.
Well, we're in this community, we're one of very few that have to go through this situation. But what we realized when we were going through the whole process, and we stayed up at Cincinnati Children's and stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, is that a lot of families throughout the nation are dealing with this, and so we just want to start something in her name, let her legacy live on, and be able to help those families that are going through something similar to we did, and give back to them, and let her light keep shining.
And it will shine. Do you have a website? I know it's the Bennett Lester Foundation, right? But
it's
do you have
not.
a website?
This is again, this is so fresh and new, and
in the early stages.
In the early stages, and we, our friends came out and helped organize this. We didn't really have a whole lot to do with it. We were just here,
right.
And it's seed money to begin what we look to further in the future. We just don't know exactly what that mission is going to be at this time.
Right.
So it's seed money to start the whole process.
A lot of people live to be 90, and maybe they make an impact, and maybe they don't. But you know, Bennett only lived, what, 3.5 years, right? What an impact you can make with this type of thing, and you know that, you know.
You know, it's amazing. She's touched more lives than I have and my wife ever have in our existence. So she's amazing.
Tonight before the game, they honored. They brought out a check for over $10,000. That's not bad either. And they're still giving here. You can still give here at the gym. Nice crowd here tonight. So I imagine some folks will give. But you know, kudos to you and your wife. You got to be strong through a situation like that. But I think the Lexington Catholic community and the Dunbar community have come together and made this a really good event.
Just the whole Lexington community and has come together. We didn't really know what community meant until we went through this process. And we love this area, we love this town, and we love the people and our friends in it. So we're thankful.
Well, I know it's a tough time, Billy, but you know you got to be thinking about being a Lexington Catholic grad, what this school meant to you. And I'm sure that even means a lot more to you now.
Absolutely. I mean, the amount of people that graduated here, friends that graduated here that have helped us through this whole process and set this thing up tonight. And we love them. They're family.
Well, we really appreciate you taking out your time, chatting with us. And we'll certainly keep promoting this for you on the Night Vision Lexington Catholic broadcast. It's the Bennett Lester Foundation. Donations can be sent to, what is that?
It's the Curious Edge Foundation.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're kind of the holding company right now as we set up our foundation in the near future.
Well, thank you, sir, for your time. Sorry about your loss, and
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it.
That is Billy Lester. His beautiful daughter Bennett was 3.5 years old, passed of a rare brain tumor. Joined us here. Hey, thank you. At halftime, we will come back. White Greer Maggard high school basketball game of the week on Night Vision. We'll come back and give you the first half stats here. Thanks to White Greer Maggard for being the title sponsor on PrepSpin. We're still about a minute and a half before the second half. 31-26 here at halftime. Lexington Catholic has the lead. Dunbar being led tonight by Darius Williams. He has 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting from the field. They are also getting 3 points from Vince Clark. That was off the bench. 6 from Tavion Hollingsworth, 2 from Jordan Lewis, 2 from Dontel Brown. But Brown had 6 big rebounds. I missed one, William. I had him with 7 rebounds. He actually had 6, they say, officially. Looking at Lexington Catholic, we'll give you some individual shooting team numbers after this. Donovan Morris with 8 points in the first half on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 3 behind the three-point line. 13 from Luke Johnson, 6 of 9 shooting. He was 5. Looking at Luke Johnson, they've got him 5 of 8 from the field, and he was 1 for 1 from 3-point. Looking at other scores in the game for Lexington Catholic, Payne had 6 points tonight for the Knights of Lexington Catholic. Looking at in the rebounding, 16-14 rebounding edge for Lexington Catholic. As we said, 3 rebounds for Peter Whitman, and they got 3 rebounds also from Agbugu. So that's the individual numbers and team shooting. 14 of 28, 50% for Catholic in the first half. They were 2 of 7 from 3 points for 29%. Dunbar 12 of 27, 44%. 2 of 8 from 3 for 25%. Those are some numbers from the first half of action. We're just about set for the second half here at Buter Gymnasium. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. 31-26. Lexington Catholic's biggest lead in the first half was 7 at 17-10. They lead by 5 right now, 31-26, as we're just about set for the second half. It will be Kelly, Brown, Lewis, Williams, and Hollingsworth for Dunbar. It will be Johnson, Morris, Agbugu, Payne, and Whitman for Lexington Catholic. 5-point lead, but Dunbar will start with the basketball. Hollingsworth deep in the corner, cut off there. Hands it back out to Lewis. Jordan skips it over right side to Williams. In the basket, Lewis, a little floater, won't go, gets his own miss, battle for it, and we're going to have a grab, and a foul's going to be called on Lexington Catholic.
Well, Gary, I tell you what, while you were doing the halftime update there, I was over here shaking hands with everybody that was wanting to talk to you. Oh, you got a lot of fans here tonight.
Thank you. You do too. I mean, this is night vision, baby, on PrepSpin. Thanks for joining us tonight. Gary Ball, William Warfield. Great to be at basketball season. William and I love our basketball in Kentucky. Brown got away with the walk? No, he did not get away with the walk. As soon as I said that, the official said, no, we're not going to let him get away with that.
They're going to call it a little bit more tighter here in this second half. I'm sure the officials had a game plan at halftime as well.
How about Dunbar coming out with his full court pressure, William? And there's Morris streaking in the front court, beating Williams and Lewis. Well, I tell you, you're right about this quickness on this Catholic basketball team, William, especially when Morris and Agbugu. There's Johnson with 13, spinning, partially blocked by Brown. Battle for it, coming out of it with Hollingsworth. Tavion Hollingsworth coming off, bounce pass left side to Brown. He gives it back to Lewis, slicing to the basket, blocked away by Whitman. Foul called on Whitman.
If he got any part of that arm, it was just a little, not very much at all.
What a great crowd in here tonight at the Buter Gymnasium, and thanks a lot to Mr. Lester joining us. What a tough time to go through, losing his daughter Bennett, 3.5 years with a rare brain tumor, but they've started the Bennett Lester Foundation, and they've raised over $10,000 already.
That's amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. And
thanks to him for joining us. That's what this game's all about tonight. His wife graduated from Dunbar, and he graduated from Catholic.
You know, we got a lot of other folks in here tonight that are from different schools that just wanted to see this big game tonight.
That's right, because they know it's number 3 and number 15 in the state, 2 top 20 teams. Dunbar, number 3 in the state, coming in with that 4-0 record. They may move up. I know Taylor County's awfully good, but depends on what happens here tonight. Dunbar could move up in the rankings.
You got 3, potentially 4 top 25 teams just in the 43rd district, Gary.
That's right. Here on Night Vision, White Greer Maggard, our title sponsor. We'll be over at the LCA Jim Rose Classic tomorrow on PrepSpin. Do the basket. Payne won't go. Tapped up Whitman. Up near the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Coming down there with it, Lewis. Leads it out to Williams, and Darius scoops it up and in. 15 for Darius. And it's a 31-29 ball game. Catholic's lead cut to 2. Johnson, a lot of contact on the inbound, no call. Dribbles into the left hand, ball knocked away, right in the hands of Peter Whitman. Whitman now double teamed. He tries to dribble out of it, and he's going to be fouled by Dontel Brown. Boy, that's a great matchup right there between Brown and Whitman.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of banging involved with those two down low tonight, and it wouldn't surprise me if when this thing is all said and done tonight, they go home, they might see a little blue around them.
Yeah, going to be some Ben Gay got now tonight, no doubt. Lob way out to Agbugu. He handles it, kicks it out to Whitman. Now to Donovan Morris, lines up the 3, back of the rim. There's Whitman flying through, taps, no. Coming down with it is Dunbar's Kelly, Justin Kelly. Jordan Lewis bounces over to Williams with 15 points already. Williams to the basket, hanging, scoring, foul. He will get the soup and the sandwich.
He got the soup and the sandwich, Gary, and it was warm tonight.
It was very warm. Thanks to Rafferty's. 31-all, William. We are tied again. What's that, our 4th tie in this game?
That's our 4th tie tonight. Seesaw battle.
5:57 in the third. Darius Williams, well, I tell you what, he has come to play tonight. Big fella has 17 points already. We still got 6 minutes to go in the third. He's in store for a big ball game tonight. 18 now for Williams, averaging only 13 coming in, Williams. And he gives the lead back to Dunbar. They're the other way to try to shovel it over to Sparkman, but underhand pass, and they're going to need some help out front. Looks like they're going to give the ball to Dunbar. And also, I tell you, worse for wear is J.J. Ogbugu took a shot, it looked like. He's a little gimpy right now. He's used to it, though, being a big football player. Williams to the basket, scooping off glass, no. Rebounded by Payne, and he's going to be fouled as Payne and Brown mix it up a little bit. I tell you what, there's a lot of physical play going on in this big 43rd District battle. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week. Back and forth we go. 32-31. Dunbar has the lead on a Darius Williams three-point play.
This game has definitely lived up to its billing tonight, Gary. I'm excited, man. The atmosphere in here is just off the charts.
What a great crowd. We're not at capacity, but I tell you what, it's one of the bigger crowds we've seen in here for a long time.
Well, for it to be an early season matchup,
exactly,
it's huge.
Johnson bounces over to Morris and knocked away by Tavion Hollingsworth. It'll go back to Catholic. They're in the white, Dunbar in the black with the red. Paul Arndt Dunbar. Boy, what great tradition they have there. Remember, Cameron Mills played there. Took them to the state championship twice. Darnell Burton played there, the great three-point shooter. Went on to Cincinnati stardom. Of course, Catholic, the list is just endless for the talent here. To the basket, and ball will go out of bounds, and Kirk Hudson there says it's going to Dunbar. You know, you look at Catholic, you think about, of course, David Graves, who played at Notre Dame, Heisen Butler, who played at UK. I mean, their list. V. Sanford's in the house tonight. I was talking to V up there. He played at Dayton. Shot out of the corner, knocked down, and that was Williams. 21 for Darius, and Catholic wants to talk about how they can stop number 23 tonight because he's putting on a shooting clinic. 35-31, Dunbar by 4, 5:10 to go. We'll return on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week on Night Vision.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard.
Darius Williams with 21 of the Dunbar 35 points, and he's lighting it up tonight. Dunbar has the lead 35-31 to state's number 3 ranked team. Gary Baldwin and the low pass to Johnson. He handles it. They got the numbers now. Payne leads it out. Ogbugu scoop scores. Might have been fouled. No call. That's 6 for Ogbugu. Assist to Zan Payne. 35-33. Lewis to the basket. No. Rebounded by Payne.
These guys are so quick you can't really even hand check them in here tonight.
Payne across the line. Bounces over to Morris. Donovan kicks it back to Ogbugu. 15-footer. Back of the rim. No. There's Payne battling, and we're going to have a foul call, and it's going to go on Hollingsworth.
Yeah, Hollingsworth he was at a disadvantage there. He was looking up court already, but disadvantage with the position of Payne on that rebound.
Payne picked up his second foul, William. Back in will be the big fella, Dontel Brown, and going out to hustler, Justin Kelly. If you put 2 knee pads on Justin Kelly, he'd clean the floor for you. You wouldn't need anybody out there with a broom.
No doubt about that.
35-33. Payne hands it back out now for Lexington Catholic. They're down 2, chance to tie it up. They've led by as many as 7. And then Darius Williams has absolutely put on a clinic tonight with 21 points already. 4:27 in the third. Turnaround. Payne 15-footer, no. And pulled down, rebounded by Dontel Brown. Gives it to Jordan Lewis. Lewis skips it over, and Brown tries to throw it in the corner, but ball knocked away by Ogbugu. 4:16 to go in the third, and Paul Arndt Dunbar out of the 43rd district. Catholic out of the 43rd. Dunbar up 35-33. front of a terrific crowd here tonight. They honored the soccer team that was a state runner-up. They honored the state runner-up football team here tonight. Pass down low. Brown lays it up and in. Easy lay-in for Brown.
That was too easy for Dunbar on that trip.
Brown makes it 37-33 Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Payne skips it over to Johnson. Johnson, right side, baseline. Johnson hangs block. Foul called on Brown. That will send an 80% free throw shooter, Luke Johnson, to the line for the Knights of Brandon Salzman.
Well, we already got 3 fouls apiece for each team so far in this second half of play.
Isn't that more than we had the first half?
No, we had 8 total in the first half.
Got 6, right?
Yeah, we got 6 so far.
Put my math to work here. At the line will be Johnson. He had 13 points in the first half, the southpaw, and the 80% free throw shooter missed the free throw. Johnson averaging 29 points coming in. They've done a really good job on Tavion Hollingsworth holding him to 6, but Darius Williams has found his groove tonight.
Yeah, Darius Williams has had a really good look at the basket all night tonight, and it's because of that quickness that he's been able to find daylight when he's taking those shots.
Johnson knocks down the second. Full court pressure. Lewis in trouble. Cut off by Scott. Now gets it in the middle now to Hollingsworth. Tavion, a little floater. Front of the iron, no. Tapped up. Battling Whitman. Battling the right side. High off the glass. Won't go there for Darius Williams, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, Hollingsworth had options there. He had one of his teammates to his left, one to his right. Dunbar had to work a little extra hard for that. A dish on that transition right there, and Dunbar probably would have got a basket.
I believe I'd have bounced past that over to the left side. That would have been an easy layup, wouldn't it,
Yeah,
Williams?
that would have been an easy layup.
Free throw knocked down by Williams, who has 22 points now. 22 for Darius Williams. 38-34. Dunbar by 4 with 3:42 in the third quarter here at Computer Center. Second one knocked down. 23 now for Williams.
Dunbar's biggest lead of the evening.
Yeah, they lead by 5. Catholics led by as many as 7. Johnson in the middle of Payne. Payne back to Johnson. Johnson stops, double team, bounces, banks it no good, battles for it, and coming down with it is Kelly. Long pass. Tavion Hollingsworth left side off glass, good. 8 points for Hollingsworth, and the lead is 7. That's the biggest lead for Dunbar. In the middle, Morris. Ball knocked away, and Sparkman. Foul called as Morris takes it strong to the basket. I tell you what, there's no fear in these Catholic guards. They just take it right to the hoop.
No, there's no fear at all. Morris and Agbugu, it's almost amazing there, Gary. I think they're forgetting that they had pads on in the fall. They don't have those on right now. Yeah, I heard a little bit more right now, probably.
Johnson hands to Moore out of the left baseline. No good, rebounded by Hollingsworth. He's got a bit of a bust out. Payne back. Hollingsworth down, lays it up and in. Yeah. They get a timeout here by Salzman. I'm not sure. 3 minutes to go. And the lead 9 now for Dunbar. Dunbar showing why they're the state's number 3 ranked team coming in. Johnson. Bad pass knocked away. Picked up down low. And Sparkman's going to be fouled by Justin Kelly.
Yeah, for Catholic tonight, this is your measuring stick. This is the early indication of how good you are right now at this point in the season.
That's exactly right. And Brandon Salzman knows that. He's called a timeout with 2:45 in the third. It's Dunbar 43, Lexington Catholic 34 in the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week. Gary Ball, William Warfield back on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week. We got a good one here tonight. The state's number 3 ranked Bulldogs. They were down 7, and William, they battled back behind Darius Williams and Tavion Hollingsworth. Now lead by 9.
Yeah, Dunbar's got a nice little cushion right now. Can Catholic answer? That's the question.
Payne hands it back to Donovan Morris. Thanks for watching tonight on the Night Vision PrepSpin as you watch it in HD quality. Morris down the lane, kicks it over to Agbugu, fakes the 3. Agbugu, good defense being employed right now by Dunbar. Agbugu throws it up, lost the handle on it. Coming out there with it is Williams left hand won't go. Rebounded by Payne. He rips it out of there. Payne.
Williams really had to stretch that layup back because it was closed in on by Luke Johnson.
Morris, and we're going to have an official. Yeah, Agbugu's shaken up a little bit, so we're going to have to get Scott back in for him. And I would think if Brandon Salzman right now, looking up at that scoreboard, William Moorfield, he's thinking before the fourth quarter, I want to get this down to 5, 6 points, something like that. They're down 9 right now.
Yeah.
They got 2 minutes, 9 seconds to do that.
Scott will come in and give him a little bit more ball control, I think, into the ball game.
That's a good point. Scott skips it over to Luke Johnson. In the middle, it goes to Payne. He drives to the basket, no good, and whistle, and a foul called as somebody hit him on the back of the head. And Dunbar's Lewis did not like that call.
Yeah, T. Payne there, he looked back at the referee, said, man, somebody hit me on top of my cranium there.
Yeah.
He got him right there on the top of the head.
Sure did. At the line, Zan Payne, the big 6'5" sophomore, 14.3 points and 13 rebounds, averaging double-double coming in for Big Payne.
Yes, sir.
He's got 7 points now and 7 rebounds. Missed that one. Scott trying to track it down, but Tavion Hollingsworth says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. 43-35, 2-minute mark of the third. Dunbar the lead in leather. Hollingsworth stops left wing, off the iron, no. Follow up, no. Rebounded by Sparkman. Max Sparkman. Here's Johnson to the basket, off the glass, banks it home, and dare I say it, he will get the soup and the sandwich.
And he also picked up the crackers and the dressing, Gary Ball.
What kind of dressing does he like, ranch or blue cheese?
We had to ask him that.
He might have ordered some fries and some ketchup, you never know.
Of course, ranch goes with everything.
That's right, it does. Goes good with wings. Free throw knocked down there by Johnson, completing a three-point play. 43-38. Now they got it, William Warfield, down to a 5-point workable margin here. Still minute 44 in the third.
And of course, we were talking about Rafferty's there, Gary Ball. You know, they put that honey mustard on just about everything you want.
Scott almost got a steal, but there comes Williams out of there with it. Williams, right side, goes in, runs over top. The Catholic player, charge called on Darius Williams.
Yeah.
There to take it, Max Sparkman.
He's getting in foul trouble now.
That's 2 on Williams, 2 on Hollingsworth. Now Dunbar wants a timeout. A minute 34 to go in the third, 43-38.
I thought that was his third, but I guess that's only a second. Somebody must have rose their hand last time and said, give me that foul instead of giving it to him. But
tell you what, it's been a game of runs, hasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Catholic went up 17-10, and all of a sudden you look up and Dunbar was up 9. Right now it's up 5, 43-38. We're at the Buter Gymnasium, campus of Lexington Catholic. Big night tonight, honoring a young lady, of course, Bennett Lester, died of a rare brain tumor. We talked to Billy Lester, her father, at halftime. They've got the foundation set up. It's the Bennett Lester Foundation, William. Mr. Lester was so gracious to join us at halftime. Minute 34 in the third, 43-38, but Catholic just got the charge. Sparkman there to take it on Darius Williams, and Williams picked up his second. Williams leads everybody with 21 points. Luke Johnson, he leads the Catholic attack. What's new? Averaging 29 coming in. He's got 17 right now.
Is he averaging 29 a game already?
29 a game.
Wow.
Here's Payne spinning. Basket blocked away by Dunbar. Brought the Dunbar crowd up. Here's Williams to the basket, scooping left hand good.
That was an ankle breaker, but Dunbar not affected at all by that.
Morris the floater, bullseye for Donovan Morris. He's got double figures now. 45-40. We got a good one here tonight. As they say, a good old good one. 45-40, minute to play in the third. Down the lane to Brown. Good pass off glass, up and in. And nice pass there to Homer, Trey Homer. First basket for Homer.
This guy's the making of a good old-fashioned slobber knocker, Gary Ball.
47-40. Johnson to the basket, hanging, scoring, Luke Johnson.
Let the Stars take over.
19 now for Johnson. The other way, and score by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth down with 12. 49-42, steal by Williams. Wraparound dribble, Payne battling for it on the floor. Ball knocked away. They're going to give it back to Dunbar.
That was a good call by the official there, but you got to love the effort there from Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, Payne diving on the floor. Might be shaken up a little bit, but Peter Whitman's going to come in for Catholic.
Payne is working hard right now, Gary Ball.
Payne has got a good ball game going. Zan has 7 points, 8 rebounds. 49-42, Dunbar the basketball. There's Hollingsworth, he traveled. Turn it back over to the Knights. Scott Chalk up off his bench. Scott Chalk, of course, has been around a little bit, coached at Franklin County.
Well, he did such a great job with that Franklin County team over there in his tenure.
I believe it's his second or third year at Dunbar.
Yeah, it's his third year.
Third year at Dunbar. Catholic, 18 seconds. They need a basket here. They're down 7 here late in the third quarter. Across the line with it is Price, TC Price. Back out to Agbugu. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Agbugu spinning down the lane, throws it up off glass. No, rebounded. Here's a three-quarter court shot well off the mark. We head to the final quarter as we head to the fourth. Dunbar 49, Lexington Catholic 42 here at the Dungeon Computer Center on the campus of Lex Catholic. We'll return on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week on Night Vision.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Two very good basketball teams, Lexington Catholic and Paul Lawrence Dunbar out of Lexington. Two 43rd District powers. Dunbar number 3 in the state, Catholic a top 15 team in the state. Right now the number 3 ranked Dunbar Bulldogs lead by 7. And of course, one thing, if you want to have fun, go to Collins Bowling Lanes. They're in Southland and in Eastland. Collins Bowling Lanes. Who doesn't love the bowl, William Warfield? Collins Bowling Lane.
You know, they got a nice special going on right now as Luke Johnson gets that reverse. But you can get $99 worth of entertainment for only $39.95 right now if you mention that you heard it here on Night Vision.
So Collins Bowling Lanes at Southland Drive right behind us here, and also in Eastland, just off of New Circle Road in the Eastland Shopping Center area. 49-44, big reverse there. We were talking about Collins Bowling Lanes by Mr. Johnson, and he has 23 points now. Average is 29. Boy, this young man's having a great junior season, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Down low it goes, turn it around, and they kick it back out, swing it back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth in the paint ball stripped away. Here comes Johnson. Johnson then knocked away by Hollingsworth. Johnson goes back and gets it after it was tipped. Right side it goes Scott. He launches a long 3. Clinks off the back of the rim, but Agbugu is Whitman's hit to the floor. Out to Johnson. Here's a long 3, in and out. Rebounded by Dunbar. Here comes Dunbar. Lewis to the basket, left hand, and a whistle. And I think they're going to say he pushed off. Yeah, charge.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, how close was Catholic down here? It looked like Johnson's 3 was in. It went in and out. That would have cut it to 2. 7:17 to play. Stay tuned after the game for our post-game show here. Also, we want to thank All Sports and Fayette Mall. We mentioned Collins Bowling and UK Credit Union as well, William, along with our title sponsor, White Greer Maggard.
Absolutely.
Pass goes to Donovan Morris. Morris streaking down forward. There's speed on speed. Bounces by Agbugu. Hangs and scores. And they're battling with him was Homer, but Agbugu won that battle. 49-46.
Oh, nice basketball
Williams
move.
to the basket. Won't go, but he draws the foul. Runs into a Dunbar cheerleader there. Foul on Whitman. That's 4 on Whitman, by the way.
Williams nice behind the back dribble there to kind of get free just so he can get that shot up. Knights had 2 back on him on that trip down the floor.
Williams is he's going to get his average up there tonight. Came in averaging over 12, and he already has, let me see what we got here, 13, 22, 25 points.
Yeah, he's definitely a man out there, Gary Ball. Got the officials meeting there for a second. 3 officials tonight with the district game.
Yep, 43rd District battle here tonight. Gary Ball, William Warfield. Thanks for joining us tonight on Night Vision and PrepSpin. Free throw knocked down by Williams. Darius, a 6'4" senior. He's being heavily recruited. You know, if you flip it to last year, Williams was the much heavier recruited player. Now it's Tavion Hollingsworth getting a lot of D1 looks.
Yeah. You know, and a lot of that is from those colleges coming out to look at Williams and discovering Hollingsworth. So.
That's exactly right. Williams knocked down both free throws. He came in shooting just 70% at the line.
And we'd like to think some of that's because Dunbar made some appearances on PrepSpin last year as well.
Sparkman stops 15, rolls off. That's exactly right. Rebounded there, pulled out by Tavion Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth down the middle, 6:45 to play, and Dunbar leading by 5. They've led by as many as 9. Kelly kicks it in the corner, working baseline. Shot won't go there for Clark. Foul's going to be called. One on Max Sparkman. It's number 2 on Sparkman. And that is 17 fouls now against Catholic. Dunbar's already committed 10. They already have put Catholic in the double bonus with 6:35 to play. Might come down to free throw shooting contest. Free throw, no good for Clark. Jordan Lewis back in. Going out will be Tavion Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth does not like it when he comes out of the ball game. Tell by his body language.
My good friend Robbie Davis is tuning in tonight, watching tonight's ball game. And Robbie, I'll have to catch up to all those messages you sent me.
Clark hits the second one, 52-46. Johnson spinning like a top. Down the middle, ball back tapped and knocked out of bounds there by Jordan Lewis. LCA in action tomorrow night against Campbell County. I think I'm going to join you for that one on Mr. Warfield.
Yes, sir.
That's over at LCA, the Jim Rose Classic.
That should be a good game with Campbell County, a top 25 team.
Yeah, Campbell also one of the favorites out of the 10th region.
I tell you, that Bullitt East Cordia game over there tomorrow, too, is going to be pretty nice.
52-46. Catholic has the ball. Payne out top of the circle. Ball knocked away. Payne gets it back. Dumps it to Sparkman. Over goes. Here's the three-pointer. Knocked down by Morris. Big three by Morris. He's got a good ball game. Right side, Williams fakes, stops from three-point range, and rattles it in.
If you're going to answer like that every time, Catholic's going to have a hard time coming back on this Dunbar team.
Yeah, you cut it to 2, then they come down, knock down a big three. After you made a big three, 54-49. Dunbar by 5 now after the big three by Darius Williams. I show him with 30 now. Sparkman out of the corner, back of the rim, no. Kelly rebounds. Kelly lobs it over to Jordan Lewis. 5:32 to play in the ball game.
Sparkman about 2 inches away from draining that one, as it was a straight line shot from three-point land in the corner.
High pass, Clark jumps up and grabs it. Justin Kelly, Darius Williams. Hands it now to his teammate Jordan Lewis. Left side to Clark, swing it around. Williams thought about it, moves down the lane over top of Payne. Front of the iron, no. And Morris is going to track it down. Morris with the basketball. Donovan. Ball, and we're going to have a reaching foul called on Lewis. He's got to be careful because he could get a technical foul called on him. He keeps that animation going.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to show up the refs at all, especially in a district game, because they'll remember that next time you play as well.
That's 3 on Lewis, by the way.
It's too early in the season to try to show up officials. Not that you should do it at all, but you definitely don't want to do it early in the season, because then you get that reputation and officials talk to officials.
You know, you're right. And you mentioned Donovan Moore starting this game. I show him with 14 points, William.
He's had a good game tonight. This is his first start and J.J. Abubu's first start as well this season, and Whitman.
Morris now with 15 as he knocks down both free throws, 54-51. Here's Brown to the basket on Whitman, and a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Whitman. So Whitman is going to challenge it. That's 5 on Whitman, so he fouls out.
It's going to be tough on Catholic. They needed his size down low because Dunbar's been doing an excellent job the whole game with those rebounds, taking Whitman out of there. That's going to hurt Catholic a little bit.
Of course, Peter coming back from his injury. This is the first game he's played this year for the Knights. 54-51, and that will send Dontel Brown, the big 6'7" junior, to the line for Dunbar. They lead 54-51. Just under 5 minutes to go here. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on the Night Vision White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. And thanks to all of our sponsors. College Bowling Lanes.
North Odom, West Jessamine. North Odom leads 51-47 with 5:07 left to go in that one.
Brown struggling at the line, William. He missed 2 free throw attempts in the first half. He misses there. He's 0 for 3.
I think the crowd's got bigger here in the second half.
It's swelled up. They've been watching us. Realize it's a great game. Brown knocks down his first free throw. It's 55-51. Long pass to Johnson. Luke, wrap around, hangs, and short. Good defense by Brown. Ball lobbed over to Kelly. Justin back out to Lewis. Lewis stops and dumps it down low. His teammate thought he was going to shoot it. Brown said he's shooting. I better go get the rebound. And in that process, he throws it off of him and goes out of bounds to Catholic.
That was, you know, you hang, and then at the last second, you throw a laser and your teammate's not ready.
Only Michael Jordan can make that happen, right?
Only if Scottie Pippen's down low with those hands.
That's exactly right. Here's Johnson. He's fouled by Kelly. Johnson went way up in the air.
Man, he springboard off of Kelly.
Oh, my goodness. He went off the trampoline on that one.
We need to slow-mo that one, but yeah, he went way up there.
That will send an excellent free throw shooter to the line for the Knights. Luke Johnson.
Gary, that was one of them spiral staircases that he just went up.
He's a good one, isn't he? I like this Johnson kid, man. I like Tanner Johnson. Luke's right out of the cut, right out of that mold, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
He can cut into the lead here with 4:41 to go, and he does.
Hey, now that I know Robbie Davis is tuning in, I just want to tell the guy that I love him, Gary Ball, because he's done so much for us here at PrepSpin, and I can't thank him enough. Without him, none of this would be possible because he helped us get started and gave me all the confidence in the world, and I just want to tell my brother that I love him.
And you're taking that torch and running with it.
Yes, sir.
Free throw rolls in there for Luke Johnson. 24 now for Johnson, averaging 29. 55-53. Don't go anywhere. Still 4:41 to go in this, in a 2-point ball game between two of the best teams in the state. Dunbar and Cal. Long pass. Brown will come and bail him out. Gives it back to Hollingsworth. He goes over to Williams. He hangs, won't go. Good battle there by Sparkman. And Williams got it back, and the official is going to say out of bounds. Williams are going to give it to Catholic.
Here's what Sparkman did wrong right there. He put the ball down on the court. You're big, man. You keep it up high. Dunbar would have never had anything back on that.
Yeah, Sparkman 6'6" and a sophomore. Catholic can tie or take the lead on a 3 with 4:25 to play. 55-53. Dunbar by 2, but Catholic in the white can take the lead here or tie it up. Being very patient, Donovan Morris, who's had a great game, bounces now to Scott. Scott looking, gives it to Sparkman. He gives to Payne. Payne down the lane, a little dipsy doodle, puts it up and in.
He did a dipsy doodle in the tulips right there and found a way to the basket. Good shot.
We are tied at 55. Williams, right side, free throw line extended, thought about that 3. Williams into the paint, cut off by Payne. Little left-handed shot off glass, good.
That's just all playground right there. But if you can pull it off, I'm all for it. That's exciting basketball. Not advised basketball, but definitely exciting.
32 for Williams. Corner goes now to Scott. Back to Johnson. Luke down the basket with the right hand, lays it up and in. 25 now. 57 all. The other way off glass, no. Tapped up, no. Battle for it. Brown coming out there with it is Payne for Catholic. And he throws it away. Lewis, and Lewis going to be grabbed by Morris.
Payne was looking at Morris the whole time right there. It was easy for Dunbar to telegraph that pass and head back the other way with it.
Foul went on Morris. 2 on Morris now, William.
But look at the scoreboard. We're all tied, at least briefly.
57 all.
An upset is reachable right now.
Jordan Lewis at the line. Free throw missed it. Rebounded by Payne. Payne in double digits now, rebounding. 10 rebounds for Mr. Payne. 3:09. We're tied at 57. Luke Johnson has been spectacular for the Knights. 27 points.
The difference in the two coaches right now, Salzman's up on his feet.
Johnson in the basket, back of the rim, no. Rebounded by Hollingsworth. Catholic getting back. Tavion down the middle. Up over Sparkman and rolls it in.
Yeah. And then, of course, Scott Chalk, he's not worried at all here on the sideline. So Salzman out there preaching up to his team, and Chalk is in a catcher stance.
If you had 2 Division I players,
yeah,
Hollingsworth and Darius Williams. You're not going to worry too much.
Not too much at all.
59-57. Coach Salzman wants a timeout. 2:32 to go in regulation of a great one. It is Dunbar, number 3 in the state, 59, and also 15 in the state-ranked Catholic, 57. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
.232 to go here in regulation of one that William Warfield might be exactly right. This may be a buzzer beater. 59-57, Catholic. Payne down low, powers it up. There's Sparkman battling. Sparkman, he powers up, knocked away by Brown. On the floor, Payne battling. Brown, Dontel Brown comes out there with it for Dunbar. Gives to Jordan Lewis. Lewis in the front court. Heads it back now to Brown. That's Jordan Brown. Swing it to Darius Williams to Tavion Hollingsworth. 2:10 to play. Dunbar by 2 in the ball. Jordan Brown gives to Hollingsworth to the basket, hanging and scoring. Hollingsworth now with 16.
That's a big basket for Dunbar.
It is. But that's only 16. That's only half his average. He came in averaging 32.
Yeah.
So they've done a good job on him, really, when you think about it. 61-57, minute 50 in regulation. Morris to the basket, scoops. Won't go, but a foul there. And the foul's going to go on the big fella, Dontel Brown. And that's not a popular call with the Dunbar fans.
Yeah, Dunbar fans who have also packed the house here tonight.
Yeah, we've got a great crowd in here. One of the best, like you said, William, for an early season crowd, you know?
And that's Brown's 3rd foul of the evening.
Morris has got a great ball game going tonight. 16 points for Donovan.
Donovan came to play.
And he makes both free throws. 61-59, Bulldogs by 2. Lewis, cross, loses Morris, skips it over to Williams, stops him about 15 right wing, off the iron, no. There's Sparkman battling, and we're gonna have a out of bounds. We're gonna say, I thought Sparkman might have pushed him there, Williams, just being honest with you. Thought Sparkman might have pushed Williams out of bounds, but they're gonna give the ball to Catholic, and they can tie it up.
You know, both teams are battling pretty hard right now, trying to get to that basketball, so it surprises me that the official even made the call.
Sparkman comes back, gets it in backcourt. Max Sparkman, the good-looking sophomore. Back to Donovan Morris, who's got a well of a game tonight with 16 big ones. Minute 29 to play. Catholic can tie or take the lead with a 3. Morris out top, trying to take the lead from 3. Bullseye! Donovan Morris having a superb game. 19 points. And the lead is for Catholic, 62-61. Minute 15 to go in regulation. Across the line, boy, Dunbar, what a ball game here tonight between these two 43rd district rivals. Almost a steal by Johnson. There's Hollingsworth, floater, good!
Instant classic. This is an instant classic, Gary Ball. We're living right now in the dream that these two schools are putting together.
18, and that is 12 here in the second half for Tavion Hollingsworth. And the lead is back for Dunbar, 63-62. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week on Night Vision.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Gary Ball with William Warfield, the king of stream, here on PrepSpin and Night Vision. We got an instant classic here. Hollingsworth just went down. Hey, ice in his veins. You know, you're down one. He went down, knocked down the jumper. Minute 3 to go. 63-62 Dunbar. Catholic has the basketball, and White going the distance.
Crunch time.
Luke Johnson works it very slowly across the line. Brandon Salzman barking out instructions. Luke Johnson looks over that way, pounds it down out near the big LC. 50 seconds to go in regulation. 63-62 Dunbar. Johnson, double team, spinning, in trouble, gets to Sparkman. Morris lines up the three, and it out. Battle by Booger, throws it up,
And he's fouled
as he throws it up.
Yes, sir. That was a very, very good rebound there by Booger.
In one motion, he grabbed the ball and put it up in a shooting motion to draw the foul. Good heads-up play by Agbugu, one of the top wide receivers in the state in football. Free throw, Agbugu rolls out. That would have tied it. 38 seconds.
They're still going to have one more here. But this is a big, big free throw right here.
Agbugu can tie it up.
I can only imagine how he feels right now.
He feels
he
missed it. He had two, he missed them both. Dunbar with 36 seconds. Who do you foul here if you're Catholic? You might foul Lewis. He's 1 for 4, and there's going to be a timeout call by Scott Chalk with 30 seconds to go here. 30 seconds in regulation. Dunbar 63-62. Two big misses by Agbugu. He got the great offensive rebound, William. Threw it up, but he couldn't connect on the free throws.
Both teams are in the bonus right now, too. So you got 10 team fouls for Dunbar. They're in a double bonus, and then, of course, Lexington Catholic in a double bonus as well with 9 team fouls. So, Gary, this game right here is
what we hoped it would be.
And I tell you what, I knew coming into it that it was going to be a close one. I didn't realize it was going to be this close.
And for high school sports, check out the Scholastic Ball Report Saturdays at noon on the CW. Tomorrow, Mercer County. You like that Mercer County girls team. They're really good.
Well, you know, Mercer County girls and boys team are real good. It wouldn't surprise me if both of those teams this year won the whole state.
And our scholars are from Anderson County. We got a feature on Pikeville. All that tomorrow. And Miss Kentucky is our co-host tomorrow. Clark Davis out of Lafayette High School.
Boy, Jackson's having a good year, too, her brother.
Leads the Big East in field goal percentage at 70%. 63-62. Dunbar the lead in leather. Williams in trouble, gives now to Kelly. He swings it over now to Jordan Lewis. 22 seconds in regulation. 63-62.
Catholic holding off on the fouls right now.
Williams working on Payne.
Payne was saying, hey, I just fouled him.
Give it over to Hollingsworth. Back tap. Steal by Payne. Catholic's got the ball with 8 seconds. Payne kicks it over to Morris. He stops him 3, partially blocked. Battle for it. Kelly's got it. And Kelly comes out of there with it. And Dunbar has pulled it off.
Wow.
Dunbar pulled it off. 63-62. Flurry of activity there at the end. I think Morris thought he was fouled. No call. Dunbar wins it in a classic 63-62.
What a ball game, though. Catholic knows now. They've got the measuring stick. They know how good they are now, Gary Ball. That's the important thing. Just because you don't come home tonight with a W doesn't mean that you didn't win overall here tonight, because you really did. Both teams really won tonight.
It was an outstanding ball game. Darius Williams had a clinic. He scored 32 points for Dunbar. They win at 63-62. What a flurry of action there at the end. Looked like Catholic might pull it out, but give Dunbar credit.
That was just that was an excellent early season basketball game, and you know, I'm just glad that we were here to be part of it.
We have a little bit of a post-game show coming up. We'll give you the final numbers from the game. 63-62 Dunbar in an absolute 43rd district showdown. Great basketball game. A buzzer beater, literally. 63-62. We'll be back with the post game here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week.
Choosing a college is a major decision.
So why did I choose WKU?
Because at WKU, professors are experts in their field.
I'm encouraged to study abroad.
And make the whole world my classroom.
And where I get real-world experience. Doing exactly what I want to do. And where I have all the tools I need to prepare for a successful future.
It's all within my reach at Western Kentucky University.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Luke Johnson tonight was spectacular for Lex Cath with 25 points. The Super Junior, 20 points from Donovan Morris. How about that, William Moorfield? Morris with 20 points, 9 from Payne, but Payne also had 9 rebounds, so he just missed a double-double tonight for Lexington Catholic. But the big story tonight, folks, Darius Williams, 31 points for Paul Dunbar. Came in averaging just over 12.
Yeah.
And you had, of course, Tavion Hollingsworth averaging 32. He was held to 18 tonight.
Yeah, you know, Catholic tried to hold Hollingsworth as much as they could. As good as he is, he still scored 18 on Lexington Catholic tonight. But Williams, obviously the story of the ball game. Big surprise there in Dunbar's lineup.
Dunbar won the rebounding edge, too, 34-32. They got 9 from Jordan Lewis. How about that? Lewis gives you 9 rebounds, 8 from Big Dontel Brown, 7 from Hollingsworth, 4 rebounds from Justin Kelly. And Kelly's the one that got the loose ball there at the end of the game and dribbled it out for I said you give that guy a couple of knee pads, he'll clean the floors for you.
You're right.
That's what he does. He doesn't score a lot of points, but he does things that don't show up in the box score.
Absolutely, you know, and all game. It wasn't just on that last play. It was all game long that he really played out there, and he was Charlie Hustle out there on the court for the Bulldogs.
Let's look at assists in the game. Jordan Lewis had 6 assists to lead the charge for Dunbar. And also we mentioned 20 by Donovan Morse, 9 points from Payne, but big night for Luke Johnson with 25 points. Was actually held 4 points under his average of 29 coming in.
Yeah, Luke still had a decent game tonight. You know, I think that he had a lot of good opportunities out. He missed a few shots, but for the most part, Gary, you know, he did an outstanding job tonight as well. So I think the ball was spread a little bit more amongst Catholic.
We mentioned the rebounding edge to Dunbar, so they win it tonight. Dunbar for the game, they shoot for the game 49% on 26 of 53. Catholic shot just 41% on 24 of 58 from the field. Did Catholic tonight. Looking at some other from the game, points off turnovers, 16 for Dunbar, 15 points. So that battle was pretty much even points off turnover, 16 to 15 Dunbar.
Yeah, and that was a big, I think the key to the game tonight was the rebounding. I think Dunbar had a little bit of edge. I'm not sure what the numbers are there.
34-32.
34-30. Well, it wasn't too bad. I was thinking that was a little bit more different there, but I mean, with the close ball game, 63-62, Catholic probably made up a little bit of that in the second half.
Turnovers, Dunbar 18, Lexington Catholic 17. So turnovers. I mean, when you got a 63-62 ball game, Dunbar wins by 1 point. Catholic has a chance to win at the end. Pretty much your numbers are pretty much even, and that's what you see when you see these. Although Dunbar shot a little better from the field.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Lexington Catholic and you're going to a locker room right now, you're feeling pretty good because you just played the number 3 team in the state tonight, and you showed out tonight. I mean, you're going to be the story of the ball game. Dunbar leads with the win, but you're the story tonight because you were that close to that Dunbar team that everybody's expecting to really come out of the 11th this year.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Dunbar won this game, but they're back in that locker room thinking, man, we were lucky to win this basketball game. We were very fortunate to win this game.
I don't want to pin anything on Bugu, but, if he hits one of those free throws, we're tied. We're going to overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had their chances, and that's what Coach Salzman, I'm sure, is telling his basketball team in the locker room. I'm not sure if Brandon's going to be able to come up here and join us on the post game or not. We're not sure if he's going to be able to come up and talk with us here on the post-game show. But what a game tonight played here at Lexington Catholic's Buter Gymnasium, 63-62. The victory goes to Dunbar tonight by 1 point. Dunbar remains undefeated at 5-0 in the season. Catholic drops to 2-2 on the season. And Lexington Catholic's got a tough one tomorrow night at Scott County.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. Lexington Christian went in there last night, and Eagles got beat by 20. So Scott County, Coach Billy Hicks, historically, it's always been a tough place to win there.
63-62. One more break, Mr. Warfield. We'll come back and wrap things up.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week, where tonight Dunbar 63, Lexington Catholic 62. That's a final here from Lexington Catholic. We'll be back and wrap things up here from the Buter Gymnasium in the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No. Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Insurance Group loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Kentucky families have saved an average of 10% on their personal insurance policies by switching to Whitaker Insurance Group.
Kentucky businesses that switch to Whitaker Insurance Group have saved an average of over 12%.
Whitaker Insurance Group represents over 20 carriers, which means finding a great rate is easy.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Insurance Group is uniquely Kentucky.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal. But in order to win, you must learn to work together.
Back here to wrap things up on a great high school basketball game, 63-62. Dunbar wins by 1 over Lexington Catholic. Lexington Catholic had a good chance there at the end. Donovan Morris couldn't get it to go. And then Justin Kelly dribbled it out for Dunbar to put an exclamation on the 63-62 win. Dunbar remains undefeated, number 3 ranked team in the state, 5-0. Catholic drops to 2-2. But I tell you what, I'm back in that locker room thinking, guys, I'm already looking forward to January 21st at Dunbar. I know you got a lot of games before that, but you play toe-to-toe with the state's number 3 team tonight. Of course, in your gym, you got to go to Dunbar January 21st.
Yeah, and both teams will be a little bit more seasoned by then, and that should be a really good game as well. It's hard. Dunbar, I would imagine, with the team that they got this year, it's going to be hard to try to pull out a victory over there at Dunbar. But, I already got my calendar circled, Gary. I'm ready for round 2.
Big day of basketball tomorrow, the Jim Rose Classic over at LCA. When does that all get started?
We start our coverage tomorrow at noon. So, of course, we got cheerleading going on KHSA's network as well that we're doing tomorrow. But yeah, we start at noon and we go all the way till it's done tomorrow night. We got the last game is going to be LCA taking on
Campbell County.
Campbell County, that's right. Yeah, Campbell County. And then, of course, the big game tomorrow everybody's talking about is Bullitt East and Cordia. So that's going to be a big game tomorrow. But yeah.
LCA and Campbell County tomorrow night, 7:30 approximately. I'll join William for that one here on PrepSpin and the LCA Digital Network. Night Vision here tonight. Great working with you. What a great way to start my high school basketball season after we just wrapped up football last Sunday in Bowling Green.
This had every ounce of energy in this building right now, or tonight was just amazing. It was on a whole new level this evening. And this is what I love about high school basketball is you come into a place, a cathedral like this, and truly is a cathedral. This right here is a basketball court made in heaven, and it proved it tonight that this is one of the classic games of all time tonight.
It was a great one. Dunbar wins 63-62 thanks to all of our sponsors, including White Greer Maggard, our title sponsor, All Sports of Fayette Mall, Collins Bowling Lanes, UK Credit Union. For William Warfield, this is Gary Ball from the Buter Gymnasium on the campus of Lexington Catholic, where tonight Dunbar wins a thriller 63-62 over Lexington Catholic. Join us tomorrow for the Jim Rose Classic at LCA. Until then, have a great evening, everybody.